see. We want this. Real ability was the journey. Okay, I guess that's fair. Alright, now I got a whole bunch of files I haven't looked at. Let's see. Dropman style anchor made of iron with a wooden stock. Surface is rusted. Weighs 3,789 pounds. The item generates a persistent blank sphere, the purpose of which is currently unknown. This sphere always generated at a precise point in relation to the item, specifically redacted horizontal feet and redacted vertical feet from the redacted of the anchor. 42583, Ranger First Class, was dropped into the sphere while wearing a diving suit with dedicated oxygen line at redacted AM Eastern. After 10 minutes and 13 seconds inside the sphere, redacted's oxygen line was cut at the sphere's border by an unseen force. All agents in the room during redacted's entry into the sphere experienced vomiting, vertigo, and loss of fingernails within an hour of one another. Ranger redacted has been declared MIA, presumed dead. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Gentlemen may concern, I'm being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Dear New York Tribune, airplanes aren't real. I figured out how they do it. The windows are TV screens. The whole thing moves on big tracks like a roller coaster that moves through underground tunnels in the earth. Airports are more like train stations. They do this because the sky is full of monsters they don't want us to know about. The planes we see in the sky are the monsters. The government made the earth trains look like the monsters so they could lie to us better. Don't contact me. I'm sure there's someone out there that thinks like that. I had a dream and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils for my toaster and the fans plus the timing belt for my car's engine and the wheels for my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me on the address at the address on the envelope. My phone doesn't work anymore. I had to use the dialing played on God. Key. Alright, now I wonder if this ground slam is what I need to knock this thing loose. We sure gonna try it. Oh, first we're gonna handle all these bastards.
That's an altered item.
I'm aware. You too. Just go ahead and, you know, dance it out. Here, I'll help you a little bit. You're about to lose anyway. But wait, there's more. Headshot. I don't care about taking you over. Damn. Either that's not it, or I need to upgrade it more first. I think I need to upgrade it more. All right. To the Panopticon. Closest fast travel will be over here. Oh, we've made almost no progress so far. Got my ass kicked by a mini boss a bunch. And got like a tiny bit of the moving letters. Looking for a traffic light. But I don't know where in here the traffic light is. I am not going to make it across that. I guess we're going to check each level. And eventually we'll find it. It would probably tell me if it was in the archives, because that's a separate area. I'd love it if I could stop hitting the wrong button for things. Not gonna be in the archives. Listen, research, you're gonna have to deal with your own problems for a minute. This is level 3. Well, we got bastard flavored bastards spawning up here. And they got an orb. I did not authorize you to have an orb. Y'all have fun. JK, I'm back, lol. You missed me, nerd. No, I don't. Not in there. I hear the weird warbles. I don't know, that's you guys. I guess it must be all the way at the top. There's no... Oh, no? There's no way up there. I mean, P6 was where Dylan was supposed to be. Yes, maybe it could be in the archives then? Definitely not in here. Don't have level 6 authorization. Oh, for all I know, it might be behind the level 6. No, it's not behind the level 6 door. That's the level 6 door. Ever get that feeling of maybe I'm not supposed to be able to do this yet? Starting to get that feeling. I'm gonna check the archives, and if it's not in there, I'm just going to accept that I can't do it yet. Yeah, it's not in here. All right. Door? Thank you. Alright, well, I don't think we can find these yet, so back to Central Executive. And I will advance things. This has admittedly not been the best session thus far. We're in a filler episode, everybody.
Oh my God, did she have to write everything in a native? I don't think I ever told you this, but I was actually on the path to being a ranger once. Did the whole boot camp thing, even got rookie status.
Okay.
Anyway, not the point.
No.
My old ranger squad was a great bunch. There was 6 plus me. Remus, Hazard, Cho, Guy, Heptonstall, and Thompson. They were supposed to get back from an expedition yesterday. We had beers and wings planned. Problem is, they weren't here when Darling handed out the HRAs.
Then they had nothing protecting them from the hiss.
You see, they prepped for the worst, but I think that we're already past that. We all wore these pouches around our neck, and I really don't want the hiss to get them. Could you find them for me? The squad would have come back through maintenance, but they probably spread out from there.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Arish. And I won't let them stay hiss.
Okay.
What's the deal with Blackrock?
Oh, fuck. Don't get me started on BlackRock.
No, get
Ever
started.
since research found out that it blocks paranatural stuff, they have just been parading dangerous materials in and out of the fucking quarry. Fucking lab coats, man. Love making my job harder.
Sounds like there's some tension between departments.
Still, at
That's
least
just
the quarry's
standard.
got a good view of the night sky. You know, me and Salvador used to have after-work beers down there.
What do you know about Dr. Darling?
About as much as anybody, I guess. Head of research, loves to hear himself talk. All of those science types absolutely do. Now he's been acting a little bit psycho recently. Although HR told me not to use that word, so...
Everyone thinks finding Darling will lead us to the answers. But if he's completely lost it, then what help could he be?
Well, depends what direction you lost it in. I mean,
You're security, right? Do you work with Rangers?
he just told...
Rangers are specially trained in threshold reconnaissance and ground zero AWE response. Security is more interested in the dangers inside the Bureau.
They must see some weird stuff out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, every week they are tackling things that were previously unknown to the human experience. Most Rangers, they retire due to cognitive collapse. I looked up the medical definition. Not fun.
How does the Bureau handle thresholds?
Handle might be a bit of an optimistic way to put it. Marshall sends her Rangers in to map them, check growth rates, locate epicenters, take samples, measure stuff, basically.
Sounds like he's done his homework.
Now, down in maintenance, thresholds are used just like any other tool. Lab coats mine black rock from one, maintenance siphons water from another. We use it for pretty much everything, except drinking.
Why don't you drink it?
Do I even want to know?
I do.
Yeah, a lot of time we find these little chunks in it. It's pretty gross.
I didn't want to know.
I was expecting worse.
What do you think of Marshall?
Marshall? Marshall's a fucking badass. Rangers could not ask for a better leader. She's a little, intense, but given the stuff she's seen, I'm not surprised. She does have a bad habit of disappearing, though.
Where does she go?
Last time she vanished, I did some digging into the security logs. I found camera footage of her entering the quarry. She was down there alone for days. Now, typically that's not allowed, but Marshall is kind of above the rules.
I wonder what she finds so interesting in the quarry.
That is a good question.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know.
All right, Emily.
From the HRAs is purely antithetical to every variant of the Hiss signal I can arrange. But how did Darling create it?
Timeline of events. To examine the invasion's timeline of events for possible patterns in Hiss behavior. Establishing a timeline is difficult at present because of lack of reliable communication between Bureau sectors and staff. Preliminary models indicate Ground Zero, the invasion, is located within the executive sector. Once it becomes possible to interview surviving personnel, pinpointing the exact location should be feasible. Other outstanding questions that the timeline may help answer. How did the Hiss get past internal lockdown? How does Hiss resonance advance through space, deliberately or uniformly? Was their ultimate goal the outside world, cross-dimensional destination? All excellent questions. Another file. Speech analysis. If we understand the Hiss to be a force based on vibration and resonance, then perhaps their incantation, which is now the agreed upon term for the vocalizations, is an effort to express that resonance using human vocal cords and speech. Would there be differences in if the incantation were recited in a different language? The most common word used is want. Interestingly, every usage of the word is attributed to a you. You want to listen. You want this to be true. You want these waves to drag you away. Are we the you the Hiss are referring to? Does the Hiss believe humanity, possibly all non-Hiss life, wants to join it, to be consumed by it? Is that its goal? The second most words are through and time. Is this possibly the Hiss stating how they arrived here, or an indication of its age? There's clear intention in the words. Dismissing the incantation as nonsense, as some of my colleagues recommended, is beyond idiotic.
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here. But am I too late?
How is he? I need to know.
He's clearly been affected by the hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
I want to see him.
My brother. Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful.
Uh-huh. Do you have anything new to talk about?
Jesse, when you were down in research, did you run into a Dr. Rhea Underhill?
I didn't. Who is she?
She is a colleague of mine. A researcher studying a kind of extra-dimensional mold growing below research.
Yeah, we saw the mold.
Well, I don't like the sound of that.
No one does. Look, I haven't heard from Rhea since the hiss arrived. Would you mind having a look around for her next time you're in research?
Of course.
Thanks, Jesse. Now, what's on your mind?
I visited the quarry. What's the plan for all that black rock?
The Bureau has used BlackRock almost exclusively for containment purposes. I say, branch out. Instead of boxes, helmets. Instead of blast shields, knives.
Knives?
Yes, knives! So many combat applications. Slicing, stabbing, gouging.
Emily, you got some problems.
I've been trying to get Darling to explore combat applications for years. I got a little excited.
Wow. I did not expect that from her.
No.
This place is looking good. Arish is making real progress around here.
Right? This place is a fortress. And with him taking care of operations here, I can spend more time analyzing the hiss. I've been attempting to isolate and neutralize the hiss resonance in blood samples, but no luck so far.
So you can't reverse it.
Not yet, but perhaps reversing it is too simple. See, if hiss resonance can rewrite human genetics, then perhaps it's a question of rewriting the hiss resonance. In theory, that could pave the way for custom human genetic alteration.
I wonder how often the phrase mad scientist is used around here.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder that too.
How is HRA production coming along?
Better than expected. We've already made enough to get people out of a couple safe rooms. And they're here, alive, thanks to you. And we never would have lasted this long if you hadn't walked in those doors.
You deserve thanks too, of course.
We got this place up and running together, Emily. I should be going. Enjoy your data.
Oh, I will.
You're weird. I mean, that's not saying much in this place.
Oh my god, did she have to write everything in her made-up gibberish code? Fucking Marshall with her CIA spy shit, god.
Jukebox tokens. I guess I'll ask Arish.
I found this token. Any idea what it does?
That is a jukebox token. Little bastards turn up in the weirdest places, like bad pennies. The Rangers use them to activate an old object of power.
A jukebox, I assume. Does it have any good songs?
Nope, just the one record. Hey, be careful turning it on, though. When it's playing, you get a free trip to the formation.
The formation. That sounds ominous.
Why does it send you there?
The Bureau has been wondering that for years. I mean, it's just a pile of rocks built by God knows who, but... Well, researchers have confirmed it's in the same threshold as the quarry. Well, no one's ever been able to map a physical route to the formation from maintenance.
So it's in the quarry. You just don't know where.
Pretty much. We only send in annual expeditions to the formation now. Checkups, Salvador calls them. This year's team went in the day the Hiss arrived. Come to think of it, the song should have brought back hours ago.
I can go in and take a look.
I'd appreciate that. The jukebox is kept just past the security booth over there. Just put in the token and enjoy the ride.
All right, well,
Me too. You're not
we'll
the
get
only
to
one,
that
you know.
in a bit. You can construct tokens. I see. Huh. Where is this HRA cage?
Just when I thought things were stabilizing, Marshall abandons us. I'm sick of no one telling us what's going on.
Hope's promotion. I don't think I've been in any of these offices yet. That's just a radio. Radios haven't been doing anything interesting. That's relegated to the TVs usually. Sorry.
Distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through them you are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted is made right. Leave your inside by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the way. You've always been in there. You want this to be true. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, the inverted is made right. You are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunder's home distorts you.
That's
Happiness
Dylan.
comes, white pearls,
Can
but
you
yellow
hear
and
me?
red in the eye. Through a
Come
mirror,
on,
the inverted is
Dylan.
made right.
I'm here.
By the door, push
I
the
found
fingers
you.
through the surface into the way. You've always been in there. You want this to be true.
Do you know who I am?
Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person.
I'm sure
Always
that's fine.
a good sign.
Yeah.
Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can
to
you
be
stop
true.
that? Please.
Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only truth. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit. Shit. He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small, in Ordinary, in the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. but she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years. After the song time for applause, we build you till nothing remains. The egg cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home. The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector.
Mm-hmm.
And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny. I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet. You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Your regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jesse. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
You are worth your time. You are worth your time. The thunder's understood.
That's clearance 6.
Comes white pearls.
I don't know what else I'm hoping to find here.
Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Oh, that should be
Off to a
good.
good start.
Okay. I'm listening.
I was back in Ordinary, before all of this happened. But in the dream, I was alone. It was just me. I was the only child. A girl. My name was Jesse Dylan Faden. But then the Bureau came and caught me, brought me back here, locked me up. Have you ever noticed that our names, Jesse, Dylan, they could be girls' names, boys' names, could be anything. Don't you find that weird? I find that weird.
Sure.
What the hell was that? Is he trying to mess with me?
You are worth your time. The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes with white pearls, but yet
Maybe Dylan's still in there. Maybe there's a way to reach him.
I'd like to talk to my brother, please. Dylan?
Dylan would like to tell you about a dream he had just now.
This again?
I was going to be the new director of this place. I helped you get a job here, so that we could be together. You were an office assistant. You'd make coffee and deliver the mail, and there was always plenty of work to do. And it stayed that way, forever and ever. It was nice. Really nice.
That's debatable.
But here's the strange thing. The dream shifted, and none of it was real anymore. It was a game. We were in a game, and it was a fucking boring game.
Okay.
Couldn't stop playing. And then it shifted again. Or maybe it was another dream already. Or maybe I'm just confusing them. But in this other dream, it was more like a musical. This is an ordinary song about an ordinary girl from an ordinary town. It's the ordinary story. She worked an ordinary job in an ordinary office. And something. And that's all I can remember of that dream.
Maybe that's for the best.
You are a warmth through time.
We'll
The thunders who distorts you.
we'll talk to Dylan more later. He's breaking the fourth wall,
Through a mirror, the inverted sphere.
and we're just gonna go. I guess we'll check out the jukebox. Where was the security checkpoint? There it is.
This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security.
That's
I'm
new.
making a formal security order due to the incident in April, case number 21HQ593. Improper use of the jukebox altered item led to 2 fatalities. We believe a pair of agents used the jukebox to travel to the quarry threshold and engage in inappropriate workplace behavior. An expedition team found them decomposing at the formation's base a week later. At least we found out the jukebox doesn't bring corpses back when the song ends. I'm having the jukebox placed in a secure location in the executive sector. It should never have been accessible to low clearance staff in the first place. The new location's security and proximity to a high traffic area will prevent misuse while still allowing for expedition teams to access it when required. See me for any further details.
All right. Jukebox sounds like a great place. Oh. I mean, all right, let's try this out. Player spin damage minus 75. Probably wouldn't be using spin that much anyway. Man, I hope this doesn't get muted. All right, here we go.